showers and thunderstorms today with strong southwesterly winds to 37 miles per hour.
It's a numbers game, especially for the situation that we're in. We're coming off of a high water event here 48 hours ago. The outdoors is not a hobby. It's not our passion. It is our way of life. We make the perfect cast, slow our breathing to execute a perfect shot, spend hours researching locations and techniques. Regardless of effort, we fail. This series is not about incredible bites or trophy animals. Our goal here at Day One Outdoors is to educate our viewers utilizing new technology to offer a different perspective. Watch as we research new areas, plan out the day, and adjust to changing conditions. If not for other experienced outdoorsmen teaching me along the way, I wouldn't have this life. I owe it to them to pass this knowledge along. I owe it to you. Join us here on Day One Outdoors, and let's learn how to become more successful in the field and on the water from day one.
Welcome to the Pacific Ocean. We're back here again at Pacific City and we're dory fishing. This was the absolute most fun I've ever had fishing in a long time, and it was a couple years ago, and I'm finally getting a chance to come back out here and do it again. Today we're joined by Hyben from Fishfield, Bob Lees from Ace Hardware, and we're jumping in the boats here with Eagle Charters. Joey will be our captain. And we're looking forward to getting out here and finding sea bass and lingcod. Hopefully some big lings. So he's second line right now. Let's get all squared up and enjoy the fun, because this is a crazy process how they get these boats in and out of the water. Let's do it, Hyben. Oh man, it's calm. Yeah, blocked by the hill.
When I got into high school, I really wanted to be a guide. That's just what I wanted to do. So I just went in. I actually went to Alaska and I got some sea time. I worked out in the Bering Sea for a while, got my sea time. And then I came back, took my test, and then that's when Eagle Charters was looking for a captain because Dave passed away. So I just went in and talked to his daughter. Like, yeah, I mean, I can meet everything. I've been fishing out there forever. So she hired me, and then that Christmas we ended up buying it. This place is really for dories because it's a lot easier to launch. When you have that northwest swell, that cape right there, it blocks all that, and the surf is like a pond, like it was this morning. Then you just launch, go out and launch. And if it is a little windy, once you get out by the rock and the cape, when the currents come together, it's a little bit jumpy, but once you get past there on a flat day, it's nice out here. And people, they've been doing it for, I think they've been doing it for over 100 years, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right. Right now what I'm doing, we're gonna go out and set these Fishfield crab pots out. Got the bait soaking in some Procure crab and shrimp attractant. I'm gonna set them about 60, 65 feet, so I'm gonna look for my depth. Then once we get the right depth, we're gonna trail the line, buoys out, put the bait in, drop them down to the bottom. Come back later after fishing and check them. Crabbing has been, there's some crab here. You gotta look for them, but it's the commercial guys have cleaned them up pretty good, but there's still a few crab left. I'm assuming we'll get a few today. Tomorrow too. The bait's right there by your leg there, Cody.
Okay.
Don't forget the bait, Cody.
Yeah.
We'll be really lucky you can get one.
What we're doing right now is probably the safest way to get your crab pots into the water. You trail your buoy out behind the boat, then when the captain says go ahead and drop it, there's nothing to get tangled around anybody's feet. No knots in your line, so the pot will drop all clean. You know your pot's gonna be laying straight. So here we go.
That is fish carcasses from the other day, from yesterday. That's what I used for my bait. fresh bait.
This is the new mini tripod. This thing is great for a smaller boat, jet ski, kayak. And today we're going to drop it in the ocean and see how it goes. It only comes with one entrance that has 2 escape doors. This thing is a lot smaller, about like an 8.5 pound, so it's easy to use.
Here we go. We ready, Ken?
Yeah, there we go. We're going to be heading up north, fishing right off of Tierra del Mar. Fishing about 75, 80 feet. We're gonna go after some rockfish and lingcod. Usually look for some good structure, some good rock hills, pinnacles, some big schools of bass, because the rockfish, usually the lingcod are just hiding underneath the rockfish, picking them off. Then we just start making our drift and start catching fish. We should. That's how we did it yesterday. Fishing was really good. Yesterday I came out here and I got all my 4 limits of rockfish in about 20 minutes. They're all good sized blacks and blue rockfish. Real nice fish. You guys almost ready to go? Okay, we're coming up on our spot right now.
Let's run a glow one. We can see it, yeah. Ivan brought a lot of gear with him here today. What a surprise, tackle shop owner has plenty. But we're gonna try out a lot of different setups, from the leadfish jigs to some of his swim bait curly tails. I really like these things. It's a smaller profile bait, but it still has a lot of thump to it, that big tail. And literally he brought everything. Every single color, every single jig, you name it. But Joey's got us on the spot right now, so we're gonna snap on some lures and see if we can't find anything here in our first drift. Let's get it going. You want a smaller swim bait or a big one? And Joey, feel free to fish too, buddy.
Oh, I got my rod up there. Oh, wow. I call that one.
So sounds like we're all saying lingcod and no bass.
Feel free to grab them if you need to. These are mainly for lingcod. 9-inch thumper tail swim bait. They have been working well since the spring.
I got 2 shrimp flies and leadfish jig. We're at 75 feet.
You had some herring, some gel sand.
Oh, right here.
Waiting for the word there, buddy.
Go for it.
Huh?
Go ahead. It's 83 feet here, and there's a big school of fish hanging out right on the bottom.
So Joey's got us right here on top of a school of fish. Oh, Ivan's already hooked up.
Oh, first drop, close to the bottom.
Oh, nice lingcod. These are real good eating fish. This is a lingcod. They gotta be, you can keep 2 apiece over 22 inches. This one's right at 22 inches. I'll end up measuring them. But this is a real good eating fish. They do get much bigger, but we'll keep this one too. These bottom fish get them bled out, so you get a good white meat. Meat's all white and real good to eat. It'll be a good table fare. Oh, I got a China rock.
Oh, that's cool.
This right here is a China rock. This is actually a smaller one. I'm gonna end up letting this one go. But it's a nice little rockfish. This one, you can keep them, but you don't get much meat off them from my experience. I just tend to let them go unless they get real big. But that's a good, nice little fish.
Usually the lingcod, when you hook it, that's in trying to go back to the rocks, so you can obviously feel the fish trying to run away from you, and they fight more. The rockfish, they don't fight as much, just because the bottom. Oh, that's an active one. This is the leadfish jig, 100 gram. This color called cotton candy. I have done really well many times with this color pattern before.
Fishfield is your one-stop shop online for the gear you need here in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. From salmon and steelhead, saltwater, trout and kokanee, even crabbing. Visit fishfield.com today to place an order with no sales tax and have the gear you need shipped fast. Fishfield.com, we have what the Northwest outdoorsman needs.
Every once in a while, a new lure comes along that catches every angler's attention. It could be because of all the irresistible colors and finishes, or the patented skip beat action. Or maybe it's the wide variety of sizes designed for salmon, trout, walleye, steelhead, mackinaw, and more. But just for the record, we know one thing for certain. We didn't design the maglip to catch fishermen. Yakima Bait Company.
So targeting these rockfish, they can be anywhere from the surface down to the bottom. And right now we're in about 80 feet of water. And Bob's hooked up. Oh, is that a good one? I'm going for the bigger fish. These guys don't mess around with black and blue rockfish. I'm going for the big boys. So I'm fishing that bigger swim bait. And I'm catching lingcod. I started out with the glow color here too, just because it's still low light. We're fishing deep. It's another nice one there, Joey.
Some of them look a little darker. Some of them will have like a little bluish greenish tint. I haven't seen one yet, but if they have that, the meat will be really like a magenta color, and it's real good eating fish.
So targeting rockfish, they can be suspended from the surface all the way on down to the bottom. And what we try and do is just utilize the electronics to figure out where they are. And now they're going to go from the surface down to the bottom based upon tide, where their food is, and what type of structure is down below on the bottom of the ocean here. So what we're doing is just kind of doing a drift. So Joey's got to set up, he figures out which direction the current is going, and then drifts from the top end across all these rock pinnacles. And as we're drifting across, we're going to see where we get the most amount of action, where we're getting the best bites. Are they on the surface? Are they down low? And so far, I've been getting these lingcod real tight to the deck, right where they like to live. Those lingcod are ambush predators. They like to sit right on the bottom, right on the deck, look up, and pick off weak fish out of the schools, or fish that just happen to be in the wrong place, wrong time. And so far, we found 2. Oh, came off. Nope, spit it again. Come on, come back. Oh, brutal. That was like 2 or 3 bites in a row.
They seem to like that colder 47, 48 degree water. They bite real good. This lingcod's a little small, so we're gonna go ahead and let him go. I just hooked up. I sent it down. I seen a pile of rockfish coming on the screen, so I set my shrimp flies down. As soon as it hit the bottom, I had a bite. I'm wondering if it ain't a hitchhiker. If you get a rockfish, then a great big lingcod comes up and grabs a rockfish. You want to try to gaff that for him, Ivan?
Nice fish, Bob.
That is a good lingcod. Need that gaff for a big one. Another big one. I got a bass and a lingcod. He's still hooked. Oh yeah. He wouldn't come off the hook, that's for sure. That's a good lingcod right there. That's what you want to get. Nice eating fish. And I don't think, nope, this one's not a blue one. Hopefully we get one. There you go, got him nice and bleeding. In the box. He bit the jig, and this little guy bit the shrimp fly. I don't know which one get bit first, but got him nice and bleeding out good. 6 rockfish. I'll get back around and get back on that spot. For the most part, they'll stay where they're at every now and again. Like that next drift we did, they kind of moved a little bit further north, but they're just staying right on that same line. Letting them go, yeah.
Get her down. That's the one. That's the good one.
They're suspended 40 feet to about 60 feet. Big school rockfish coming through. This one right there.
On there, little paddle tail fish field. These things are freaking awesome. This is our #1 seller, this one right here.
I'm gonna make one more drift over that spot, see if we can pick up. I think we only need one more cod. I'll count when we get there. One more cod, and then we'll go out and look for some rockfish, catch a few more of them, and then move on the crab pots, I guess. Or 76 feet to the bottom.
Okay. we go, suspended. Yeah, buddy. So I just switched up since we're getting close to limiting out on our Lingcod. Figured I'd try something a little bit different, so I put on that lead fish jig, and I put a couple flies above it too. But those fly rigs that come in sets of 3, oh boy, this might be a ling.
That looks like a ling.
Yeah, it's suspended.
That is a ling. That's a good one.
Yeah, heck, I got a ling here. Try and catch bass, but I end up catching lings. Oh, he had his mouth open there. Nice work. Good job, Joey.
Yep.
So this right here, Joey's gonna do a quick count. This one came on a lead fish jig, and I put this on trying to catch bass, but this guy was suspended up in the school of bass. We're fishing 80 feet of water, and I was only down 40 feet on the line counter. So our setups that we're running today to catch these delicious fish is just your basic setup. Bottom fishing is really, really simple. You just need about a 7 to 8 foot long rod. A salmon rod works just fine. I like running 50 to 65 pound braid. This is maximum braid 8. And then I actually like running a line counter reel. And the reason why is because when Joey's calling out numbers, the fish are at 40 feet, they're at 60 feet, or in 80 feet of water, I can look right at the line counter reel and dump it right on those fish's faces. And this guy right here bit this jig. And these fish are tasty. There's gonna be some great fish tacos. I like making ceviche out of the rockfish. But this guy here is gonna make a nice Lingcod dinner. Thank you, Joey. Here you go, sir. I'll give you some slack, Bob.
There you go.
I've always said I'd much rather fish in the rain than in the wind. And this is exactly why. Joey's working really hard to keep us on top of these fish. It's really important to keep your gear fishing straight up and down so you don't snag up as often. Well, today we have fish on. We have an east wind blowing at about 20 miles an hour offshore, creating 2 to 3 foot wind waves. And then we got a swell coming in the other direction against us. And then our current is running north to south. Ooh, this might have, Joey, I might have just got a hitchhiker. Yeah, it came up easy, but all of a sudden got heavy. So fishing in the wind is really, really tough. And our forecast today was not for this wind. It was supposed to be light and variable.
That's a big bass.
There's a couple of them on there. Oh, I'm doubled up, that's what happened.
Oh no, they're 2 big bass.
Yeah, it's 2 big bass on there. Nice work, Joey.
Thanks.
Fishing in the wind is very difficult, as evidenced by the boat doing this all day long. This is not the forecast that we had today. They told us today that we were gonna get light variable winds, but forecasts, they're tough to predict. Forecasts you can never really count on. Those 2 fish that I just landed was on this rig. So the regulations are 3 hooks. So I took this shrimp fly rig and I cut 2 of them off because on my lead fish jig, I have 2 hooks. That way I could still have another option for those fish to chew. And it worked out great, just right there. We still fishing, Joey?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna dump it down. Where are they at? See if we can get another double.
Hook up right there.
Nice one.
Nice Lingcod. Last one we were looking for. Here.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is. That's a perfect eater right there.
Yeah,
He's been
it is.
fighting too. See the scars on him?
Yep.
Okay, right now we just limited out on our Lingcod. We're gonna go out to some deeper water, about 110, 115 foot. We're gonna fish for some rockfish, see what we can do over there. Me and Hyben fished that spot a few days ago, and we did really, really well. So hopefully the fish are there. If they're not, we'll just search around and find them. The weather's finally starting to turn around, starting to get nice, so we'll probably be out here for a little bit longer.
Salmon swim up to 3,000 miles to return to their exact place of birth to reproduce. Well, most of the time.
Hyben's on.
There's a big school coming. You got one on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all big. Oh, I got 3 or 2.
Here they all come. Nice work, boys.
Yep. Good eating fish right there. As soon as it hits the bottom, fish on.
Me too. Fast action, fast action.
This spot was really good to me last year. I fished it for about 2 months straight, and it just...
Here we go. He's got crab in there, crab spawn.
Oh yeah, he does.
See that? And like Joey mentioned a little bit earlier, that'll bring these bass up onto the surface when the crab spawns start coming up. And that's fun with getting some topwater bass action.
Yeah, usually what happens when those crabs spawn, all that spawn hangs out right on the surface, and as they grow, they'll get down, they'll start sinking. So right when they first spawn, that's when all the bass, you'll come out here and just see acres of them on the water. You just grab your little rods with a little willow worm or a little lure on there, just start having a heyday. Got a small canary we're gonna let go. And when you bring them up out of this deep water, their bladders, their swim bladders will blow up.
I like that.
Nice bass right there.
Yeah.
All good ones. This descender is actually made for the yellow eye because we can't keep our yellow eye. So when these smaller rockfish come up from deep, real deep, their swim bladders come out like that, and if you just throw them back, try to let them go, they'll just float and they'll end up dying. So you get a big chunk of lead, put this to where when he hits the bottom, you just set the hook real hard, it pulls right out, and he'll live. 5 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump this thing down. Good grade too. Nice big bass. Largemouth, smallmouth, or rock bass. I love it all. Which one is that one? 23? 24, one more to go. That one's on that leadfish jig right there. I like it. Oh, it is a little one.
Oh, he's puking on you.
Yeah, he just spit all over my back.
We can let this one go.
Yeah, we want bigger on that. Ivan's got one. Fast action rockfish. There you go.
Oh. No, we can keep him. It's canary.
Our limit, Mom.
So we're done. We're done with, got all of our lingcod and all of our rockfish.
That's cool. Ivan can end on a canary.
Canary, yeah.
Got him on that. What jig is that?
It's about fish jig.
Good work, guys.
Nice work, Captain.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool getting all of our rockfish like that, then ending on a canary. It's a good way to top off the morning.
I've had days where I caught nothing but canaries.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We just limited out too. We're done. We're gonna head to crab pots. This is a small one. I'll probably just end up pulling this one up by hand. And then once I get it up, I'll put it right back there and we'll start sorting these crab out. Got it.
Is that rope going?
Got that other
Well, it's got the other rope.
rope. One just come out. Looks like they're all females. Commercial guys wiped out all the males. But at least we know this thing catches.
Fishfield just recently came out with a new type of chew bag, and the reason why this concept came out was because of the issue that a lot of guys have getting bait in and out of the bags. And that's because of all these knots that exist on most chum bags or chew bags. So Fishfield came out with one that is knotless and allows you to get the bait in and out a lot easier. If you watch as I start dumping this bait out, the same is true when you're putting it in the bag. You try and dump it out, it gets caught. Sticking on the bones, on the gill plate, on all the different pieces of the fish, it's hard to get it out. But when you have a bag that doesn't have any knots in it, it'll slide right out real nice and easy. It saves you time whether you're a commercial guy or just like us sport anglers coming out here. It's a lot easier to get those baits into the bag and out of the bag so you can crab a little bit faster and easier. Full of crabs. Got it. We dropped this pot here this morning. This is one of the brand new pots from Fishfield, and it was only hiving down there for, gosh, maybe 3 hours, and it came up full. Now, the commercial guys have been around this area here recently, so most of these are females, but we've seen a couple of males in here too that we're gonna take a look and see if they measure up. There's a real easy way to tell the difference between the two crabs. The females have a wider plate there on the bottom than the males, are a lot narrower, and it's very evident when you hold them up next to each other. Well, this is definitely one of the fun parts about dory fishing, is coming back up on the beach. It's one thing to catch bottom fish, it's another thing to run your boat up onto the sand intentionally.
Hold the transducer up, we're ready to go.